First one is Cielito Lindo. Ay.
My name is Lupi H. Moreno. I'm the daughter of Jacoba and Tranquilina Hernandez.
My name is Mayor Hernandez, and they call me Momo. I'm Jacoba Terganino's son.
¿Qué hubo? Yo soy Tranquilino Hernández, me dicen Quino por corto y soy hijo de Jacoba y Tranquilino Hernández.
I am Margarita Hernandez de Alba. Everybody calls me Margie, the daughter of Tranquilino and Jacoba Hernandez.
My name is Jenny Vargas Hernandez. I am the 8th born child of Jacoba Vargas and Tranquilino Hernandez.
My name is Mauser Hernandez. My parents are Roberta and Clemente Hernandez.
No, the house on 1304 Hoyt Street was made out of wood, and it was just three rooms like a train.
We used to live there. That house looked like a train. Front, and then out in the back, and then out in the back. But we used to live there in the same house, nine brothers.
Okay, the Hoyt house is the only house that I remember because I was born there, and we left there when I was about 11 years old. We moved to Tamarack.
Yeah.
But I went there to grammar school, and with Richard Ballins, of course.
Who all lived in there?
Everybody.
Everyone?
Everybody. 9 of us.
Nine, and your
three
parents?
little rooms, yeah. Nine
Nine
with
of
parents.
us.
Yeah, 11 with the parents.
It was Manuel, Kino, Porky, me, and John, my little brother. We lived there because my older sisters and brothers were married already, and they had left the house.
Well, after I got married, they moved to Tamarack. And by that time, I was married already.
Oh, okay. So you never really stayed at the Tamarack house?
No, I never lived at Tamarack house.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy. The first time that I remember going up north to pick prunes, I was about 5 years old.
Where was this at?
It was in San Jose.
The drive, it was a long drive to San Jose, and the first year we went, it was 1940. And the youngest child was only 9 months old, which is Margie.
She says that I was the one that was in that, and that. But I don't remember.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
she says that was the year I think that they started going, so that they would put me in a box, a crate, or something there in the orchard,
How far is San Jose? About 500 miles, 400 or 500 miles?
No, son 350 miles.
350 miles?
Son 350 miles, but it would take us about 12 hours to get there.
There was two ways that we could go. We would take the 101 or we would take the 99. Well, going in the 101, the trip was more flat, So going on the 99, we had more mountains and more, so it was dangerous.
And it was a 2-lane road, and the trucks, they pull up to the side and let us pass, or we'd pull up to the side and block the car up and cool it down with water.
No, we were afraid of that.
Yeah.
All bundled in a little car. I don't know how we fit in there.
But was it faster taking the 99 or?
Yeah,
Oh, slow.
it was faster through 99.
The car was loaded with a little trailer with a wooden stove or dishes and clothes for us. And my mother had
Pots and pans and
a
clothes.
mattress up on top of the roof.
A trunk full of clothes.
The first time that we went, it was so funny because the farmer where we picked the prunes, he had a dairy.
A German, that Mr. Grass was German.
Yeah.
And he used to have a dairy. He had the orchard of prunes. That's the one we took care of. That's what we went every year. But he had the dairy going on all year.
He used to have cows and all that. So he stacked up all the waste from the cows. And Porky and I go up there thinking, it was a little mountain. And we start climbing up there. And I'm telling you, we sank in all that waste. And I mean, I forgot if it was Kino or Menu that pulled us out.
And we'd go over there and get milk or hot chocolate. And he said, all the milk you can drink, all the chocolate you can drink, you can have it.
Yeah.
Go over there and just bring the bottles back.
After that, we used to go different places, different camps, and we used to live in tents. We used to live in tents, and they used a big barrel.
Saturday we would
Once a week,
would
whether we liked it or not.
Sundays, nomás Sundays.
yeah,
Sundays,
a big
at
tub
church
of
day.
water. We fill that with cold water y luego le echábamos leña abajo, wood, and we fire it up and let the water warm up, and then we had a little cuartito, homemade by me and Meño.
And so he made a little room. The tank was up on top, high.
Yeah.
And there was he built a little room underneath that tank. So that's where our little room was, where my mom slept, and we had the stove and the table. And then he gave us a tent. So the tent was a little further in, but the tank was right in the corner of Almaden and Foxworthy.
Oh, okay.
So that's how we lived.
Yeah.
Put 4 crates like this and put a hose and make a can. Put a hose under the can and then put it
Like a sprinkler, yeah.
that was to be our shower.
The shower was, we made it out of they had the people that worked in the what is it called, where they dried up the prunes and that, they had big trays.
4 by I think 8 feet long. They were flat trays, and they used to dry up the prunes and the apricots.
And then my dad used to cut it up and make it as a stove. That's when Mother used to cook.
And out of those we made beds and made a little room, kitchen and all that, and beds for us to sleep. My dad would
And
take some
showers.
gunny sacks and fill it up with hay, and my mother would take estas sábanas and put sábanas, and that's where we slept.
There was times when my mom was saying, no, we're not going to come home for lunch. We're going to make burritos and we're going to warm them up over there in the field. So my dad would get the wood, and he would make the fire and everything, and we would put the burritos, because it had to be in a certain spot, like the ashes.
He used to build a fire. He stopped shaking, and then he would take the time out to make the little fire, because you have to let the fire, turn off almost all of it.
He knew how to do it. So, but they were so good. They had this taste where, I can still taste them. There was times when I still crave for those burritos.
And they were delicious.
Really?
Real crispy. So I said we were happy.
Yeah.
Corn or whatever.
When we went to middle school, we used to walk all the way from Pacoima, Fillmore to San Fernando School to
Everybody would walk to
with
school.
2 miles.
All the way from, you know where the projects is? This is where we lived at.
We had to walk to school from Pacoima to San Fernando every day. After they raised the prices on the fees on the buses, they couldn't afford to pay for all of us, and so we had to walk every day.
The streets were all dirt roads.
Oh, yeah.
No, they weren't afraid.
Pacoima.
But it was hard because when I went to school, I didn't speak English at all. And I had a hard time understanding my teachers because, I didn't speak, my English, I didn't know.
And I loved to go to school. I loved school.
And after that, when I was 15, I went to work at this place called Pacific Mercury, where they used to make TV sets. So I worked on the line, and I liked it because to me, versus working out in the field and out in the sun and the cold, it was like I was in an office over there, I really enjoyed it, and I didn't mind. And of course, I gave my whole check, just the way they gave it to me, I gave it to my mom.
I really had no education, so I worked wherever I could. And the last time I worked for 15 years in assembling antennas.
What year was this? What year were the
I
cars?
started with a 1955 Chevy. 14 years I was a spot welder,
Spot welder?
the body shop, putting the panels together. Pura vida. Working 10, 12 hours a day and in the backyard too.
So when did you start moving over here? Or you were working at General Motors and here?
Yeah.
Oh, a little side job.
When I quit General Motors, all I did was work out of here. That's when I built all my reputation.
I started working, I must have been about 17 years old. Started working in the printing furniture factory, building furniture. For about 12, 13 years.
For 14 years, I worked electronics. We built a cable that connected the first astronaut that walked in space to the Earth, and then for 14 years I worked aerospace, and the 22 years I worked as a machinist.
Acaba de una vez, de un solo golpe. ¿Por qué quieres matarme poco a poco?
So I got married very young. I got married at, I think I was 16, 17, something like that. But I didn't think that I was going to have babies, and they were going to keep me awake. I was not going to sleep then.
When did you get married?
1947,
To
Pastor Moreno. Yeah, for 62 years.
I was 17 when I was running. Wow. 17, and then I had Larry when I was 18. Ronnie was like in one day to be a year when Larry was born.
I'm married to Rosa. I have a son, his name is Alberto. And then I have another granddaughter.
My youngest son, Isaac, is a doctor, and Chito, he works for a bank in Los Angeles, and he's got 3 different offices.
And then I had 4 boys and a girl. Now they're all gone, and I'm back to where I started.
Fred had 3 daughters and one daughter and 3 boys. John has 2 daughters and 1 son. So after I retired, I started babysitting my grandkids. And till now, I'm still babysitting my granddaughter.
2, 4, 6 grandkids and 5 great-grandchildren.
The grandkids I got, let's see, Larry got 4. Your dad's got 2 and 3, 4, 6, 3, 9. How many got 9? Oh, and Tommy, it's 11 of them, 2 more.
No quiero comenzar el año nuevo con este mismo amor que me hace tan